Hello friends, welcome back to the Tom Photo channel and welcome all new viewers. Our today's topic is one of the simplest but most colorful Fuji cameras, the XP120. The camera I'm reviewing belongs to my daughter who received it for her 10th birthday. I've been observing this camera over her shoulder but also asked to use it myself. You are about to hear what I think. The camera comes in 4 colors. I've seen yellow, black and blue. Yellow is the dominant color as people associate it with outdoors, and rightly so because it is the most noticeable. I've praised Fuji's build quality and distinguishable retro style in my other videos. This camera is a bit different. It does not look like other Fujis. You wouldn't know it is one if it didn't say that on the camera. Fuji has deviated here from its typical statement. Probably because it's targeting a very different buyer here. I think it's trying to go against some of the smartphones that people use as action cams. The camera's aim is to be small, affordable, durable and easy to use. It assumes that the user wants to take quick snaps in weird situations at unexpected times. It also assumes that the user does not go deep into photography and wants results out of the camera without thinking about it too much. The camera has all kinds of preset modes, but no fully manual mode. If you want to set your own shutter speed and aperture, you can't. The presets are there to replace this need. If you need a raw image for some reason, you're not in luck because this is not possible. As a curious thing, this camera has Cinemagraph preset. So cinemagraphs are still images with moving elements. I'm showing you some cinemagraphs that I made. Loads of fun here, especially for kids. But the presets are there for every situation. In fact, you got 24 of them. For example, you have HDR, landscape, action, portrait, multi-exposure, panorama, night, snow, sunset, you name it. Also interval time shooting, which is nice, even text and underwater macro. Really, you are supposed to be able to put this camera directly in water. I've never been brave enough to try it, but if you look at the cover that protects all of the lens compartment and the very firmly closing battery/SD card slot, it seems quite believable. One thing is absolutely certain. This camera does not mind rain at all. Whip it out in heavy rain, no problem. A special cover protects the lens from everything. As I already mentioned, this cover feels a bit plasticky, I must say. It feels like something that is intentionally cheap to be disposable. However, I don't think it is disposable. For general landscape type photography, you have landscape mode. However, the images are a bit low detail with this mode. So I'd resort to the inbuilt HDR mode. This seems to be the main method to make the images look nice. The HDR mode takes 3 images and puts them in one for an HDR image. This would be all good if it wasn't so slow. I'm showing you here how slow it is. The camera orders you to not move the camera while making an HDR image because the process truly takes time. For proper usage, you'd need a tripod. But then again, who uses a tripod with an action camera? The camera has image stabilization that works well. It has 2 modes, continuous and shooting only. Burst mode is up to 10 frames per second, but the focus and exposure is going to be locked after the first shot is recorded. The battery life is around a couple hundred images. This is okay, but it could be better if you don't have a backup battery along with you. The images in the background are some of the snaps I've taken with the XP120. Looking at the images, you'll see that they are nice. They're noticeably lower quality than what comes out of most other Fuji cameras though. This is, however, expected if you look at the price tag or sensor dimensions or size of the camera. Higher ISO will quickly show image grain, so you really want to lower ISO with this camera. However, the images are fully usable and will beat what you see out of smartphones. Compared to a few other Fuji cameras that I own, the images appear a little bit bluer, and colder. The camera captures video as well. These are some videos shot by me without giving it too much thought. You can go to HD and 60 frames per second and record for up to 29 minutes in the HD mode. Recording starts when you press the red button on top of the camera. The video is about the same quality as the images, relatively speaking. Quite nice for recording vacation memories, for example. Again, better than smartphones, I think. So did I make a mistake when I got my daughter this camera? No. I'm very glad I got it because it makes a perfect kid's camera. In fact, this is where I see its main niche. A typical 10-year-old does not want to know about depth of field or lens sweet spots. Pressing the button will have to create an image. The camera colors are also great for kids, as is the durability and small size of the camera. I'd really recommend it for kids. Now, I do not know how well it will work as an action camera. I think GoPro has filled that niche already. Of course, the price tag certainly favors Fuji over any GoPro. Speaking more of the positive things, I really like, for example, that you can charge the battery via USB port, that you have a micro HDMI port, and that the camera has Wi-Fi connectivity. You can use the Fujifilm Camera Remote app to transfer GPS location data to images in the camera if you want. I like how you can hang it from your wrist and that there are no visibly moving parts when you start the camera or zoom in and out. Also, the camera turns itself on and off almost instantaneously. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the plastic lens cover, lack of manual mode, and the average image quality compared to the other Fuji cameras I use on a daily basis. But then again, I shouldn't say that because this camera is not designed to go against the Fujifilm X-T series. Some users may find the 28mm to 140mm equivalent lens too long range and miss the wide angle part. For a general action cam, one could argue wide angle is more usable than the telephoto. The closest focusing distance is 9 centimeters, so this camera is not perfect for close-up photography, but it's certainly not terrible. Overall, this camera is not a huge overall hit, but it's most certainly not a miss either. I would confidently recommend it to novice users and children, but not so much for true action recorders or high-quality photo work. Overall, this camera can be a smart buy because it's doing everything it is promising for a very affordable price. It's one of your better options for a kayaking trip, for example. I want to thank you very much for tuning into Tom Photo Channel. I enjoyed telling you about this fun camera and spending quality time with you as always. I hope to see you again soon in my other videos where I talk about photography related matters. Have a great day.